Okay, so this one's a little different. Today I'm going to be, I'm going to be going over doing a body scan, which if you don't know is a form of meditation where you concentrate on body parts. I'm not sure how long this one's going to be, because ideally you'd want it to be about a maximum of 20 minutes, but I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It could be shorter. Hopefully it's shorter than that, because I've just finished doing background box breath one. But we'll see. So if I was doing this myself in terms of listening to someone do this and guide me through it, I would close my eyes, just because I find it easier, just to kind of get with it, get in a nice comfortable position. Either you can either be seated or lying down. Lying down tends to mean that you might fall asleep if you're not practiced. But you know, I mean, if you fall asleep to it, then you obviously needed to sleep. Yeah. So I will be. Some people start from the head and work down. I'm going to start from the feet and work up through everything, and then back down to the feet again. Now, some things about doing body scans is that you will probably feel, if you get relaxed enough, your hands and feet will actually tingle, just because they're that relaxed. Now, you might not get that. You might. One of the quirks that I have is that I have what's called aphantasia. So mental images, like it's just something to bear in mind. So that's why certain things may be different for me than other people. Because someone says, think of a grey elephant. People have a grey elephant pop into their head, apparently. I don't. I close my eyes, I just see blackness, and there's no mental imagery there. So it's something to bear in mind. I don't know if that makes a difference, but today I'm just going to do the body scan, and hopefully I'll probably end up cutting and editing a bit for the YouTube, but for Twitch, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. Okay. I'm going to say start off by closing your eyes, putting your hands, rest them on your lap or wherever's comfortable, and probably feet on the floor, or if you're lying down, wherever's comfortable. Just, you're not concentrating on your breath. You're just kind of just sitting there, not sitting. And what I'd like you to do is to concentrate on the bottom of your feet and to see what sensations you feel there. You can feel the pressure of it, feel if there's anything, feel your pulse. You can, how hot or cold it is, where they are, feet. Okay, now I'd like to do the same, but to your calves. And feel if you can try and isolate and concentrate only on your calves and how hot and cold they are, what's their feeling of your trouser, skirt, etc. against the skin. You know, whether there's any tightness in there. If there is, then try to relax them a bit. That can take practice, but that's why you would do it every day. Sometimes it's good to kind of stretch them and then, you know, release them again, and then that way you can kind of concentrate on them more. So trying to see whether there's anything there. You know, can you isolate them? Is there any differences in the feelings between your left and right? If there's any tension there, try to just let it go. Okay, we'll move up to the thighs and tops of the legs. And that should be, if you're seated, then you're going to be concentrating on like the chair, and if you have your hands on the tops of your legs, then feel the heat from them. And kind of, if you're wearing clothing against that, then you're going to feel that clothing on there. Going to be doing the same for whether it's hot or cold, or you know, whether you think it's relaxed or not. And if it's not, then you know, try and relax them a bit. And that's going to take a little practice to kind of get used to relaxing muscles visually and concentrating on them. But that comes with time, and you can't really do this wrong. It's just, you get frustrated if you can't do it. Just try. That's the purpose. So there are differences between the left and the right leg. How warm is it? The room you're in, warm or cold? The seat comfortable? Is there any tension from the seat? Is there differences between, you know, the front part and the back part? Seat. Differences between the tops and the bottoms, legs, in terms of thighs, the upper legs. I'm going to move up to stomach area and the lower back at the same time. I'm going to see if there's any tension, any niggles, anything that could be relaxed more. Are you how are you seated? Are you lying down? Is there any tension in your stomach? Cold, hot feelings or sensations? If you're against the chair, then perhaps you'll feel a little pressure from the chair itself. And if you're lying down, maybe when which way you're lying down. It'll either be something on lower back. If you're on your side, then side. See if there's any sensations that you can feel there. Try and concentrate on them and follow them. And now we're going to move up to the chest. We'll go to the chest to start. So sensations in the chest. Anything hot, cold? Can you feel the clothing that's on there? Okay. We're going to move to what's normally still a little tense, and that's both shoulders. So at this point, I would ask you to kind of just give them a bit of a kind of circle them a little bit if it's not painful for you. Just kind of do that to kind of loosen them, and then just let them go, and try to see whether you can relax them a little bit. And again, we check for how hot are they. Is there any clothing against them that you can feel? Have you got rid of the tension? There's still some there. There probably, there might still be, even with practice, still might have some there. Depending on what you're doing. Okay, so now that we've kind of go back to the shoulder a little bit. For now, we're going to do the biceps of both arms. For both the left and right arm, just underneath the shoulders, there, and just to see what we can feel, what sensations there are. Wearing a t-shirt, is there a difference in the heat on part of the arm and another? If we're pressed against you, can you feel the heat between your arm and body? Yeah. Now we'll move down to the forearms to see what we can feel there. If they're resting in your lap, then you will be able to feel the heat from your legs or armrest or whatever, you'll feel that. See what sensation crop up. Now we move to the hands themselves. They may have started pulsing, tingling at this point, because you can be relaxed, that's where you'll be. However, it doesn't happen instantly. It takes a while before you can kind of do that, but and you can feel the difference between if your hands are resting on something, then you can feel the hot coldness, the texture of them. So the next place we're going to move to is the neck. Now, there is obviously going to be some tension here unless you're lying down, because your head should be upright. You're seated. You'll have some tension. Difficult to, but you can still, you can still concentrate on it and still find things that are pressed against it. Maybe your hair, maybe the back hand t-shirt, maybe some piece of jewelry around it. I'm going to move on from that to the face. It's quite a hard one to do. So with that, what we want to do is try and relax the facial muscles and your eyes. Now I'm doing it while my eyes are closed. I would suggest you do the same, because otherwise if you haven't closed them, close them so you can relax them. Concentrate on your jaw first, and if there's any tension there is, try and maybe move it around to let it go a bit. Up towards the eyes, and try and relax those as much as possible. They often are quite, as we use them a lot, they can be quite tense around there, and we can take quite a little effort to do and get used to actually relaxing them. However, you will know how you'll eventually learn how to do, if you don't already know, how to relax them and feel them relaxed. Recognize when your eyes are relaxed and when they're not, especially when meditating. Going to the top of the head now, and top of your head, you just see what you can feel. If there's any cold, if there's anything, any pressures, anything like that. And so what we're going to do now, we're going to go back down. So up your head to your eyes, and just face muscles, and relax them as much as possible. Go to the neck, and relax it as much as you can. Those feet is going to be tough, but into the shoulders again. You may still carry some tension. Try and relax them as much as we can. Again, the upper biceps area, where differences, sensations of the clothing, the heat, cold, forearm again. Heat, cold, feeling, sensations. Put on something. How that feel? And move down to the hands. Feeling, are they pulsing, tingling? Do they feel different? Started. Other differences between the left and right. Then we'll move down to the chest. More up. I'll be up, and presumably arms are down. Back up to the chest. Sensations are there. Anything cold, any hot heat. Clothes pressed against it. Maybe some front necklace or other jewelry. Go for the back and the stomach again. How does that feel? Is there any tension, any tension? And we'll move down to upper legs, thighs, out where the feet hit this chair, the tops of them different, or cold, or some other sensation. And we move down to calves now. How do they feel? Cold? Is there any sensations? And finally, down to the feet. How do they feel? Do they feel different? Are they tingling? Are they doing anything else? Do they feel more relaxed than whenever you started? Differences between the left and right, hot or cold. And with that, we then come back into the room. That is a body scan. And now, with that said, I find it very relaxing doing body scanning, even whenever I was explaining it. I do get tingles myself. I get them in my hands and feet. My legs and stuff feel very relaxed when I'm finished. It's like you're kind of, I don't know, it's like you're kind of just lumpy. Isn't a real word. But yeah, I find it very relaxing. So I don't know if that's useful to anybody, but I'll stick it up on YouTube. Maybe people will make use of it. I don't know. But, my recommendations for doing that is to kind of keep your breathing slow, but you're not concentrating on your breathing. Your breathing will go slow anyway as you do this. And to just try and concentrate on each individual bit. Now, I know some people can't do that, but most people can. You probably maybe have to have ADHD or something, and even then, I'm pretty sure you can still kind of focus back on it. Your brain goes everywhere initially, anyway, regardless of where you start. But it can definitely be difficult. And the other thing to bear in mind is meditation is not for everyone. If you are doing that, then it is for most people. There are just certain people that, we're not talking a large percentage of the population, but there's a minute section of the population for which it can be bad. So, like I said, I've already linked the stats of why you only use 20 and why you would use guided meditation. Body scan is the safest of them all. I don't tend to use body scans in the morning. I'm using just a background chant with I do box breathing on, which I've explained in the previous video. But I still like doing body scan, but I haven't re-listened to my own body scan yet. I'll have to do that later and see if I can actually make use of it myself. That way I'm not kind of concentrating on what I should be doing next, and I can just follow along and see whether it's any different. Body scan is probably the safest, also reasonably repetitive. If you're doing it yourself without any guidance, then it's, for me, I always start with the feet, because the feet feel different by the time you've gone up and then back down. Same with the hands. I do them twice because they do tend to be different. Yeah, I'd say in terms of everything, yeah, you should. I do recommend meditation to people, especially if you have any sort of mental health stuff. However, the proviso is that I'm not a medical professional. However, with all that said, you can go online, go onto PubMed, same as I did, and go, oh, that's useful. And you can see the studies and stuff for it. It's one of the things you should always, you should pretty much do, is not to take the advice of, people that don't know what they're talking about. And I barely know what I'm talking about. I've looked at the research. I recommend doing it yourself if you, depending on which one you're interested. Like if you're interested in, say, body scan stuff, look it up in PubMed and see what the stats and stuff are. Or the alternative approach is you join something where they do that. You just go online, look on YouTube and find something, do it and see whether it helps. Even if it's not a placebo effect. It isn't a placebo effect. At least not for me. You know, but if you are someone who the placebo effect works for, just try it. And if it works for you, keep doing it. You know, it's one of those things. It's yeah. I wish it worked for me. The placebo effect worked for me. Yeah. So I think with that said, that kind of is the body scan thing that I was thinking about doing. And yeah, now it's time to do a more coding. More struggling. Right. Okay. We'll then end the video here. And wishes all do meditation to keep calm. Because that's what I do. And it can